Welcome into Wager Talk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Jimmy Adams and Brian Power of WagerTalk.com. We're talking an SEC West Division battle here. Mississippi State at LSU. We're seeing the Bulldogs, Brian, minus 2-point road favorites, 53.5 being the total. Are you liking anything in Baton Rouge on Saturday?
At this point of the week, no, I'm not. LSU and Florida State, that opener, I touched on that previously when we talked about Florida State and Louisville. That game should have gone over the total. LSU bounces back 65-17 win over Southern. That means nothing to me. And I think we all assume Brian Kelly is turning this ship around. At least I think we would all assume that. But the problem for 2022 is you could make a case all 7 SEC West teams are in the top 35 in the country, and LSU is probably 6th best out of that group. Probably only above Auburn, and Mississippi State is really good, like top 15 good. I think I have no idea why they're not ranked. I know Memphis and Arizona, maybe they're not the best teams in the world, but we beat them both, or they beat them both by more than 3 touchdowns. Will Rogers throwing 4 last week. He would have had even more if not for some receiving incompetence. And, he had 15 straight pass completions at one point. But fading LSU as a dog in Death Valley just sounds like something that you'll be embarrassed about around 9 p.m. Eastern. So don't want to do that. LSU, they're not only 19-3 straight up the last 22 meetings with Mississippi State, but they're also on a 12-3 run in SEC openers. Bulldogs fans might be interested in hearing the home team's lost the last 3 head-to-head meetings. But of course, that was their team doing it twice in Starkville. So I'm not really interested in this game as of yet. I have a ton of respect for Mississippi State, but don't want to bet against LSU. Certainly not laying points against them at home on a Saturday night.
Yeah, Jimmy, this should be a good one here. Death Valley, we get Brian Kelly only early on in his tenure here. And we saw the newness kind of work against the Tigers in their game against FSU, just meaning new quarterback, new system, didn't really all click. Wonder if they can get it going here at home, kind of getting a couple games under their belt here. But at the same time, we get the Pirate coming in, Mississippi State, to Brian's point, like the whole SEC West Division, all of them pretty good, man. Tough call here. What are you liking in Baton Rouge?
I think it's a nice home dog spot for LSU. We've lost a little bit of value. 3's got knocked off right away, but I saw +2 last time I looked. It'll probably continue to go down. But yeah, nice dog spot here as Mississippi State has to go into probably the loudest and most difficult place to play in all of college football. Obviously, like you mentioned, a huge game for Brian Kelly. Gets set to play his first big game in Death Valley as head coach. LSU's Jaden Daniels, I think he's a capable dual threat quarterback, and he certainly has a lot of talent to work with. Malik Neighbors is a special talent. The list really goes on. He's got a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. And, Daniels, far from the best quarterback in the SEC, but I think he's going to have a good game here at home. And I'm high on Mississippi State this season. I gave out the over on Wager Talk today prior to the season and on their win total. And so far, so good. 2 blowout wins over Memphis and Arizona. The Bulldogs are going to try to control the clock. It's what they do, and they do it in kind of an unorthodox sort of way. They're going to throw a million passes. Will Rogers is going to throw a ton, but they're mainly going to be short passes, dink and dunk, and they're going to try and move the ball, control the clock. And I just think that's going to be difficult to do on the road here against this LSU team. We're going to find out a lot about Mississippi State this week. They're probably the better team, but I expect a big performance at LSU, especially off the loss a few weeks back to Florida State. So I think we roll with the home dog here. Give me LSU and the points.
All right, home dog barking there in Louisiana. Going to be a good one here, Mississippi State and LSU. Check out Jimmy Adams, Brian Power at WagerTalk.com. Guys, remember, Tuesdays is $2 Tuesday. Top handicappers, top play, discounted to, you guessed it, just $2. Check it out, WagerTalk.com.